Hi everyone, and welcome to the Career Chat Show with me, Yanmo. Today's show, we're going to discuss something that I believe has crippled many of us at some point, is crippling some of us right now, and may very well cripple people in the future. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the ability to stay in a role longer than you deserve to stay in that role. It's an ability, and that's why I'm actually using the word ability. You stay longer than you should stay. And I often hear people say to me, they want to move, they want a new role, they desire more, they're unfulfilled. And my question is, so why are you not doing anything about it? So, in the chat show today, the Career Chat Show today, we're going to uncover some of those things. I personally believe that many individuals, especially careerpreneurs, don't want to move away or walk away from what is familiar into what is unfamiliar, because what is familiar is comfortable. What is familiar is easy, right? But when you cast your mind back, before that particular role became familiar or comfortable, it wasn't familiar and it wasn't comfortable. So I know that people have stayed longer than they ought to, especially when you're not feeling fulfilled anymore. You just dread your job. You don't enjoy working with the people. Your potential is just not being utilized. Whatever the reason is, there is a fear that actually stops people from moving forward. Now, why is that fear there? I don't believe that that fear is an external fear. I believe that that fear is a self-inflicted fear. What do I mean by that? You're already thinking about fear of failure. For example, well, what if I step out of the boat and I sink? Well, what if you step out of the boat and you walk or you swim, right? And like I said, before you even start any role, that role is a new role and you don't really know a lot about that role. Yeah, you may have the skills, you may have the expertise, but you're not comfortable with that role yet. So likewise, you staying in a role that doesn't serve you anymore, right? And all you're thinking about is just the money. I'll give you an example, or I'll tell you, it's not an example actually. I'll tell you, last weekend I was at an event. And I got speaking to somebody that was sat beside me, a lady, and she works for one of the big four consultancy firms, and she is in the learning and development department. And she's been with this firm, I think she said 20 years, or she's been doing that role for about 20 years. And I said, oh, wow, you must enjoy it. And her facial expression just changed. In that moment, I knew exactly what her facial expression was saying. It was saying that she didn't enjoy it. She didn't want to be there, but she didn't know why she was still, well, she knew why she was still there, but she didn't want to be in that role. Of which I proceeded to ask her, so why that facial expression? And she said, oh, I'm tired of the job. I don't enjoy it as much, and all of that. So I said, well, why are you still in that role? And this is the response I hear again and again and again and again and again and again. And that response is the money, the money, the money. I believe that we've actually substituted fulfilling our roles, right, and our kingdom assignments for the money. It's not about the money. If you're valuable, if you're good at what you do, you will be compensated adequately. But to stay in a role that doesn't serve you anymore, doesn't make your heart beat, doesn't make you feel that you are being valued just for the money, I think you're doing yourself a really huge disfavor. And the thing is this, every single day that goes by is a day that you can never get back. So why stay in a role that isn't fulfilling you any longer? Why stay in a role that you're just there just for the money? Listen, I get it. Like I say, I live in the UK. You have to pay your bills. Everything has to be paid for you to enjoy a certain type of lifestyle. I get it. However, if you have stayed in an organization or in a role long enough, you've become valuable. You have learned many things. You've actually become more of an expert than you were when you started. You've gained more skills. All you have to do is just position yourself for better. That's it. But we allow fear of failure. We allow, the thought of financial insecurity. And I just want to talk about financial insecurity. Listen, organizations are not going to hold on to you forever unless you have a plan or you're on a trajectory to get to the top of that organization, right? You have to position yourself in such a way that the organization doesn't get rid of you. If you're unable to do that, there's a likelihood that the organization will get rid of you. So it means that that financial security or stability that you're actually hoping to have may not be there. The rug will just be taken from underneath your feet. So what are you going to do? Are you not better off being in charge, being the CEO of your career? I've written a book about it. There's a link in the description below if you want to grab yourself a copy. About being the CEO of your career. And I think it's really important because you have to be in the driving seat. Do not allow organizations be in the driving seat of your career. As a careerpreneur, I've said this before, you have to think about your career journey as a business person would think about wanting a business to succeed. Right? So you can't think about the financial insecurity and just feel that, well, if I go to another job, I'm not going to. No. The fact that you actually leave one job and go to a different job means that you're able to earn more money because you are bringing a level of experience and expertise that you have gained from the job that you're leaving. The other thing as well is many people don't want to leave their comfort zone, and I alluded to this at the start of my conversation. Your comfort zone is the one place that you would never grow. Your comfort zone is the one place that you would never get that which is allotted or should be allocated to you. So I want you to have this mindset about not staying in your comfort zone. Yes, sometimes we are coasting in life or you're coasting in your career, but at some point when you realize, you have the awareness that you're coasting in your career, which is you have now come into that comfort zone phase, you need to start getting very irritable with yourself because there is so much better for you. And I say this all the time. Not every single person is going to be a business owner. Not every single person is going to be an entrepreneur. So if you are a careerpreneur, a full careerpreneur, then you owe it to yourself to ensure that you're not staying longer than you should in your comfort zone and you're going out there to get what you deserve. And also, one of the things that actually stop people or careerpreneurs from stepping out of the roles that they have now to a better role is lack of clarity. I think it's Myron Golden that said, nothing becomes dynamic until it becomes clear. Thanks, Myron. And it's so true. And it's such a powerful statement because when you lack clarity, you really don't know what direction you want to be heading to. And that's why I say, having your career vision is very, very important. It doesn't mean that your career vision doesn't change or wouldn't change. It just means that at that point in time, you have clarity as to where you want to get to and what you want to do. So what I will say to you is this: there's nothing to be afraid of. Just as you went for this particular role that you're in and you've been in for a few months, a number of years, it's the same way you need to think about it, right? I know that as one gets older, the fear factor becomes a real thing. Hi, I'm Yanmo. I'm your career expert and a Forbes Coaches Council member. If you're watching this, you're likely feeling frustrated, feeling stuck and unsure how to advance in your career. You know you want more, but you're not quite sure how to go about it. Well, fret not. What I have done is I have put together a 2-day live Advance Your Career Challenge where I will walk you through the strategies that you require to move from where you are to where you need to get to, so that you can thrive, you can add value, you can earn the money that you require, and you can start living a fulfilled life. If that's you and you're interested in the challenge, then click the link below this video and sign up for the challenge. It's 2 days, it's live. I'm going to walk you through it, and guess what? There's 100% money back guarantee. If you don't get any value from the challenge, if you feel that the challenge didn't work for you, you get your money back. So based on that, you have absolutely nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose. So click the link below and sign up for the Advance Your Career Challenge. I look forward to seeing you in the challenge so that you can start thriving and advancing in your career. I'll speak to you soon. Bye. But who are you afraid of? There's nothing to be afraid of. So just go for it. Right? Go for it. David, there's a gentleman in the Bible called David. David killed the bear. he killed the lion, right? Because the bear and the lion came after his sheep. The Bible says that he went after the bear, took the sheep out of the mouth of the bear, took the sheep out of the mouth of the lion, and he killed these animals. He killed the bear and the lion. So there was a gentleman, a really, really humongous giant called Goliath, and the whole armies of Israel they were afraid of this guy called Goliath. But David, being a shepherd boy, said to the king, King Saul, that listen, this is my CV, this is my resume. I went after the lion, I went after the bear, I killed the bear, I killed the lion, right? The same God that gave me the paw of the bear and the lion's hand will give this giant to me. Why am I sharing this story? I'm sharing this story because he wasn't afraid of a giant. He wasn't afraid of a situation. So why are you afraid of a situation that you haven't even confronted? Right? So it's really, really important that you think about it. There's nothing to be afraid of, no matter how giant this next role is, or or how big you think this next role is. It's all about how you look at it. If you see this role as a role that is not that big, then hey, go for it. You only have one chance to live your life, so live it, especially as a careerpreneur. So I just want to really encourage you today to to step out of your comfort zone. What is the worst that can happen? Like I said, you either swim or you walk on water. You're not going to sink at all. You're not going to sink. You're too valuable. You have the skill set, you have the expertise, so you're definitely not going to sink. You're going to walk on water, or you're going to swim. So I hope you found this really encouraging. It's time for you to be the CEO of your career. Take charge. Do not stay in a role that is unfulfilling. Do not stay in a role that is not utilizing your potential, or is not harnessing all of the things that you're capable of doing. There's so many organizations out there, so get out there and be the best that you can be. If you have any questions, or there's anything you want to discuss with me regarding fear or your ability of not being able to step out, leave a comment below. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you get notified every single time I upload a new chat show. Until next time, stay blessed.